Hi Word Ninjas, welcome to the second half of episode 3. Now in the first half we looked at some crazy words. I mean, come on. So before we start, or before we check out the remaining words in the same snippet, I will like you to try as much as possible to recall the meaning of the ones we treated in the first half. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to play the snippet once again, and while you're watching, if you come across any of the words we looked at in the first half and you can remember the meaning, just use the comment section, type the word and the meaning. Okay? Now let us get started. Vocabulary Hunt with Honorable Patrick Ep3, episode 3, second half.
Now to our Benin studio, Honorable Patrick Ep3. Yes, the question whether the unity is negotiable has always been there. Now, is our unity really a burden for us, judging from what different opinions that have been coming across? In the last 3 days, people have talked about leadership, people have talked about structures and other means that we need to actually do to stabilize our nation. Is the question for unity a burden, really?
Of course, it will bother any compos mentis Homo sapien who is a Nigerian, But let me start by saying that the foncet origo for why Nigeria is today quagmired, or if you like, quarantined in a labyrinthian bind, or if you further like, a cul-de-sac of Penelopic disunity and instability can be traceable to a vaudeville of reasons. But if you give me the indulgence of time, I will race through about 4 or 5 reasons with ceaseless staccato. We cannot begin to dilate this topic without first of all tracing the reason to what I would like to stigmatize as the challenge of our historical colonial legacy.
Okay, so I hope you're able to tell the meaning of some of the words that we looked at in the first half of episode 3. And if you're joining this channel for the first time, you're seeing this video, this second half, yes, you might be a little bit lost. So I recommend you check out the first half of episode 3. So the remaining words Honorable Patrick used here are first cul-de-sac, Penelopic, vaudeville, or he pronounces it as vaudeville. That is his idiolect. Vaudeville with vaudeville, indulgence, staccato, dilates, and stigmatize. So we're going to pick them one after the other. First, cul-de-sac. A cul-de-sac is an impasse, a dead end, a difficult situation, where progress seems quite impossible. An example: the researchers realized their approach was a cul-de-sac. They weren't going anywhere. They weren't achieving anything. It's impossible for them to achieve any reasonable results. So I decided to explore alternative methods. Second word, Penelopic. Now, Penelopic is an eponym. A word coined from the name of someone. And when we go back to Homer's Odyssey, which is the Greek mythology, there is a character, a figure, whose name is Penelope. Penelope happens to be the wife of Odysseus. And when Odysseus went away on a long voyage, many people thought he was dead. And so they came to Penelope seeking a hand in marriage. But Penelope is a faithful, loyal wife. And in order to keep the suitors away from her, she did something. She kept on weaving burial shroud, more like sewing a burial cloth. And when it's night time, she would lose the clothes that she had sewn. It was customary in Greece for women to do that to honor the dead. And so far she's still doing that. You cannot ask her hand in marriage. She's basically telling you, oh, I'm still honoring the dead, so I'm not ready. So in the morning she will sew, in the night she will loosen the clothes, and by so doing she kept on stalling, delaying the suitors. So the key word here is delay. So our dear Honorable Patrick Ep3 has cleverly, intelligently manipulated the word Penelope to form the word Penelopic, which means delay in this context. So the meaning says causing delay through clever tact, trickery, subterfuge, or chicanery. Example: the country's economy is in a cul-de-sac of Penelopic misfortune. I want any of you to tell me the meaning of the implicature of that sentence. Next word: vaudeville. Vaudeville was a sort of entertainment that was popular in the late 19th and early 20th century, characterized by dancing, singing, comedic acts, light-hearted humor, absurdity, and so on. So an example here is: Mr. Patrick gave a vaudeville of reasons explaining why the country is stuck in a cul-de-sac of Penelopic disunity. Now, in the context of his speech and of these snippets, a vaudeville of reasons basically refers to a collection, a congeries, a menagerie, a mixture of different ridiculous reasons. I hope you understand that. All right, the next is indulgence. Indulgence. This is quite simple. He used it in the phrase indulgence of time, meaning if he's allowed the luxury, the freedom to use time excessively. Example: the professor gave the students an indulgence of time, extending the assignment deadline by a week. The next word is staccato, which is a musical term. This is quite fascinating. Really proves that our dear Honorable Patrick Ep3 is a polymath. Is vast, creative, and imaginative. So, meaning characterized by brief, disconnected, or fragmented statements or actions. So he's basically saying that he would be brief, precise, quick, straight to the point. Example: I shall explain with ceaseless staccato why the economy is failing. The next is dilate. Dilate means to expand, basically. To expand, to grow wider, larger. An example is: she dilated on the benefit of meditation. Basically, it means she expanded on the benefits of meditation. And the last is stigmatize. Stigmatize, to make something socially unacceptable. An example is: the community still stigmatizes people who have been incarcerated. Incarcerated means imprisoned. Incarcerated, making it hard for them to find jobs. Wow, it's been a tough ride with Honorable Patrick Ep3. Well, I'm glad that this episode is ending here. And well, if you learned 1 or 2 words gaining value, like the video, subscribe if you've not subscribed, share, and don't forget to turn on your notification button. Thank you for your time and do have a lovely day. Bye-bye.